But that has an expiration. So you really, and it doesn't always have to be pen and paper. I see a lot of people, there's a lot of oil and gas in Oklahoma, and Love's is one of the examples. They started out as a mom and pop shop, and some of the things that they're doing now is their entire office is of whiteboards and windows, and that's where they're doing all their business planning, because it changes that frequently. It's not something they put into a document because it's so fluid for them, which is very inspirational. I'm more of a document person, but
I'm too.
But there are different methods to the madness, and for one thing, you have to have it down somewhere, because if not, it's only in your head, and no one else is catching it.
Right. I like to look at it sort of like a roadmap. When you're going on vacation, and you have to know where you're starting and where you're going to end up, and so if you don't have that map, you really don't know where you're gonna run.
Yes, or where you're gonna lie your head down to sleep.
Sure. So, what do you think the most common reason entrepreneurs fail or simply give up is?
So I think that most entrepreneurs feel that it's going to be easy. Oh, this is so great. I have my own free time. Da, da, da. No, I work until I close my eyes and go to bed. I break all the rules. I have laptops in bed sometimes. It's a never ending kind of thing. And I think that sadly also, that's one thing, that I've seen from being overseas and then being here. I went to Spain last year, and I loved it because it's so calm. Just everything is very calm. And here who's got my cell phone? Oh my God, that ding. People are having ADD over cell phones going off. We have that kind of as an American culture, that never ending like business mentality, and I want to say consumerism too, because people feel that because they're my client, they can text me at 9:54 at night, and I'm going to check out that house. No, I'm going to close my eyes and go to bed, and I'll deal with it in the morning. It may be 6 o'clock in the morning when I deal with it, but so I think that's kind of the problem that newer entrepreneurs have, is the understanding that you're going to put in the hours so long term, it's worth it. The joy that I get from what I do, and this is something I've been building since real estate wise since 2006. It's very rewarding, and within the next 2 years, some of the seeds that I've planted are going to be blooming, and so I will have 2 houses that will be completely paid off and will be basic income for me at that point. And that's what I think they forget, is that it's not just a short-term instantaneous gratification. It's a long-term, you plant your seeds, you water them, they grow, and then at some point you get, the fruit. And granted, it's 2018, and these are seeds I planted in 2006. But they're seeds that are going to fulfill my retirement goals. And that's kind of what I think gets lost in the younger entrepreneurs, is that like building a legacy, it's not overnight. Nothing is overnight. There might be 15 minutes of fame, but when you're building something, it's going to be long term. And I want the pyramid. I don't want, something that's going to burn down tomorrow.
That's for sure. Yeah, I agree with you. So what would be maybe some roadblocks and resources that you would advise people to look out for and to take advantage of?
So the shift in the market, be prepared for that. Be looking for it, because it's a long and short-term game. So my view with it is I hold. So I hold my assets. And I went down before with real estate assets. On my 2 properties in Texas, I lost over $100,000 in value. And that just came back within the last 4 or 5 years. So learn from your mistakes. Hold when things are starting to go down. Don't keep investing into something that's going down. Hold your money and then wait for it to hit the bottom or near the bottom. Invest and let it grow. That's how I've done my money on 2 of the properties that I have in Texas, is doing that. And yes, I got a little bit high at the time. I was young. I was 23 years old. My account and more than time, which just everybody told me I was crazy. And I've held on to those things. And over the rest of my retirement, those 2 houses will bring me about $350,000 a piece in return beyond what I've been getting the last 10 years. So be smart about your investments, learn from other people, watch for those shifts. Don't just let them pass you by, or don't let them run you over, because they will run you over if you're not careful, and if you're not ready. So hold at the right times, and take advice of other people. Get a mentor. Get involved with people who have been down the same road as you, and share your experiences, because somebody else has gone through this before you, and you can learn from them.
Yeah, I agree, and I love that you brought up mentors, because that's something that everyone needs a mentor, and it's something I'm very passionate about as well.
You cannot do this alone. You are not, and we're all special. We really are. We're all created individually, but you're not special in the fact that you're going to do this by yourself. Right. That's a fact. You're always going to have pillars that are going to lift you up and help you, and mentoring is one of those things. And I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't have that I have. It's incredibly funny. One of my real estate mentors, and I was only with him for about 1.5 years. He probably doesn't know my life, but he has his own HGTV show. I don't know anymore. He has his own HGTV person. He was even on what is his silly show that he used to have? You're Fired. I forget it. But anyway, Clint Robertson, his ethics, his mentorship, the way that he viewed real estate, investments, fourplexes, the relationship and network building that I saw from him while I was in his office and under his brokerage changed my life. He's the reason I got my first rental property. I was 23 years old. Whoever would have thought a 23-year-old would be buying her own house and a rental property? I thought I was in over my head, but he's like, Amanda, you're in the right position. He laid it all out for me, showed me the financial map, and it made a big difference in my life. And now he's ridden the shift, and now he's doing a show on flipping on HGTV. And he's in I don't even know where he's at now, but he's in a completely different state, doing the same things that we kind of used to do in Dallas before the market changed. And so it just goes to show that knowledge is going to stay with you, and it's going to help you survive the downturn. Because in Texas, that bubble is ugly, very ugly. But we all survived, and we're doing, in our own right. I'm not doing as well as he is, but in my own right, I'm doing very well. There are very few individuals of my age that have 5 houses that are nearly paid off. I'll be paid off within the next 2 years. And that goal to be a millionaire by the time I was, 35 happened. And it didn't happen overnight. And it didn't, it took time. It took building, planting seeds, listening to other people, making my own mistakes, because mistakes have been had. I was in the negative over $100,000. That, and that's just value. That's not even a real number. So kind of fine with it, doing your own thing, and enjoying your mistakes. because it's going to happen. But understanding that it's helping you grow, which is, I'm at a place that I never thought I'd be. It was a goal, and I achieved it. And that's why I can, at this point in my life, go back and get a PhD in clinical psychology so I can continue to help other people. I wouldn't have been able to do it before. When I was really young, when I started school, I thought that's what I was going to do. But financially, it wasn't feasible. But now it is. So just kind of stay with it. Keep going. Because there is the suck. It just happens. But there are good times too. And they're to be had for everyone.
Yeah, it's amazing. So how would you say that your personal values and your belief systems play a role into what you do in business, and how would you advise people to incorporate that?
So you've got to stay true to yourself. My values are a big part of who I am. Part of them were ingrained in me with the military and with my family. But if you stay true to those, you're going to be successful and integrate them into your business. And I do that. I mean, you can see that I live my passion. So I do real estate. My commissions go partly to my passion. And Keller Williams kind of calls it the life worth living. So I'm doing what is passionate to me. It shows in my business. And the greatest way it shows in my business is that I don't advertise. I never have. I strictly work by referral of my clients. So I treat my clients with kindness. I show them the values that I have. And they enjoy referring people to me because they know that it's going to be giving back to those that are in community. So if you do it the right way, and granted, I have bad days. I'm a little, that happens. But these people accept me for who I am because one, they're my friends, and two, by referral, they know what I'm going to accomplish for them. I will work all night long on that deal. I will work on deals that never go through because in the end, it's about finding a home for my client and making them happy, whether it's their own home, whether it's a commercial property, whether it's an investment property. And what I do is integrate, the experiences I've had, and I teach them lessons because somebody taught me, and I wouldn't be where I am today without it. So I want to do the same thing. I'm not that greedy real estate agent that does it just for the commission. Because that, at the end of the day, doesn't make me happy. Money is great, but the return that I get from my clients, the referrals, and then what we do for the veterans is really where it comes out for me. And that all stems back to my belief system and my values.
Yep. So what's something that you might have wished you had done earlier in life that you did not do?
I don't know. I'm going to say I'm 35 years old and I've done a lot. I've, gone to foreign countries. I've done, there's nothing I really regret. The only thing that I would say I regret is maybe being a little too passionate and headstrong when I was younger. But otherwise, I've done and exceeded my goals and the things that make me happy. I have a very wonderful life, very blessed life, and I'm incredibly thankful. So not much on this end. That's kind of lame, but that's kind of where I'm at. I really enjoy living here and where I've come from.
So I'd like to focus a little bit more on a personal level. And
Okay.
What hurdles did you personally face when transitioning from the service?
Well, I transitioned after back-to-back deployments. And it was more the deployment aspect that I was having issues with. I had and it's hard to, I think the easiest way to explain it